Hey guys, Chad here with Strength Rebels. Quick little rant on training and looking at risk reward of improper movement mechanics, loading, and progressions or modifications of movements. Now, where this is coming from is a lot of times when we talk to coaches, they always ask us, when do we allow deviation from perfect movement mechanics? And in this example that I'm gonna use a deadlift. And the easy one is thinking about when can you lift with a round back. Now, you always wanna think about things on a continuum. So the continuum for us is health, fitness, sport, okay? So it's a long and very, very broad continuum. So over here you have health, right? This encompasses rehabilitation, people new to the gym setting, people wanting to improve their lifestyle, their longevity, their wellness. That's all considered health. Over here on this side, you have sport. Sport, and I'm really considering this more competitive sport, not newbies to sport, but competitive sport. So people at a high level within their sport. Actually, doesn't matter what the sport is. It could be powerlifting, weightlifting, running, tennis, rugby, doesn't matter. But I also want to preface what I'm talking about is training in the gym, not on field, not outside, but training in the gym. So sport over here is competitive. Then you get to fitness in the middle, and this really is part of that continuum as well, where you have fitness that's leading towards health, so those that are on the stream moving towards more competitive aspects, and then you have over here where you have the fitness moving towards sport. So this again would probably be newbies to sport, people learning sport, learning to train, and then training to train or training to compete along that pattern, okay? So when you want to break this down, if we go back to the deadlift example of where we would allow improper movement mechanics or where we allow some deviation from perfect, over here in the health and rehab world, it's never really allowed. In the gym, we're going to be looking for proper positions, proper loading, and proper modifications at all times, because our concern and our mission here is longevity, health, and well-being of our athlete. So here, we want to think about 100% perfect mechanics at all times. That's what we're looking at. Over here in the sport aspect, you have a little bit more deviation, you have a little bit more room for error. You now have to weigh, as a coach, me being a strength coach, and I have to have the discussion with the athlete as well, that risk reward. You have to draw the line in the sand at some point in time as to where that risk reward is valuable towards your athlete. So probably most time we're not gonna think, hey, pulling with a round back is good at all times, but in certain training models and certain intensities, it's something that we're gonna allow because it's part of the sport. It's rare that you're gonna see a world record deadlift or a provincial or state record broken with a perfect position. It'd be great if it was, but it's not reality. So we have to understand that in our training, that we're gonna allow some of that there. But this goes back to the Strength Rebels concepts of top-down, bottom-up approach to training. Top-down means we're using loaded movements, which is our deadlift in this example. Bottom-up might be the mobility and the motor control drills that come with trying to improve that. We never just throw it away and say, nope, we're just lifting the round back. We're always gonna be trying to do things to attain better position, but we allow it in certain aspects to continue in the development of our athlete in this case, okay? So again, that broad spectrum goes from really in a more black and white state, zero chance of that, and an allowance of that, but again, looking at the risk reward. So if you see someone pulling with an incredibly round back and there's a true risk of injury, of course that's not what we're talking about, that's not what we're looking for. But we have to draw our line in the sand, as I say, as to where we allow that, and we do over here. In that fitness world here, it's very, very little from the fitness into sport that we're gonna allow it, and almost zero from fitness over to health. So I kind of think of this as like 50% here, 50% here. This side, zero chance and zero ability to be allowing that to happen. This side is a continuum of allowance of some breaking down of position, loading, and modifications, okay? I'm really hoping this makes sense, guys, but again, of course, comment, put some feedback, give us some feedback, please, and check out the rest of our videos on YouTube. Thanks a lot, dudes.